Stadium here in Jacksonville. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time, looked well for a solid gain.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. You look at this Jaguar defense. They enter this one down to the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better. Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Stroud. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. It's Mixon on the counter, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd and 6. Now Stroud. To Mixon on the check down. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at the defense for these Texans. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Hines-Allen able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Now Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Jaguars at 4-12 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A short throw to Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Lawrence to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Watch twitch. Switch. Check out.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Lawrence. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Check 52's the mark. Check 52's the mark.
Easy. Read up 44.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play of the half, Stroud. And his throw is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for him to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for him. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Once more, Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stroud looking to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all play think right.
He's coming.
Here's Lawrence. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
In motion right is Thomas.
Motion out of the backfield.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Check pass, check pass. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52.
3 buzz.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
2nd and 10.
Mike 14, Mike 14.
I'm not ready. 11, add that.
Mike 14, Mike 14.
Silver.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Mike 14.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
13, Luke.
Mike 14.
Now Lawrence.
Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. Inside handoff to Mixon. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
And Stroud now to throw. He's got the first down and more.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground, but every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Sliding out of the pocket. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Chark the motion man right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Another tote for Etienne.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football.
He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A give, running right, Etienne.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Lawrence.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stroud to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll go on the ground. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Throwing now is Stroud. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Stroud now on 2nd down. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. One final shot for C.J. Stroud. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game.